Hello, dearest homeschoolers. It's Uncle Larry. I'm here with my friend Bobby Gatewood from Cleveland.
How's it going, homeschoolers?
Ricky D from Nashville, originally from
San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah. You guys might remember a video we did in this studio. It might look familiar. This is probably the view you had. Do you remember this view?
Right on from the desk, yeah.
Yeah, and we were working on a track for Bobby, and it had a kind of a birdsy kind of vibe, Clarence White birds. And it was only like a halfway finish at that point, you know. And Bobby's record is almost done.
It will be done.
We'll be done soon. And actually, by the time you see this video, which I will delay a bit from the day of making this video, per Bob's request, that you'll be able to click on a link if you want to check it out. Every couple years, Bob gets bored, and he asks me to make a record for him, produce a record for him. And we always do it at Ricky D's studio here. And this one is no exception. This is the third or fourth one?
Yeah, we made one up in Cleveland back in the early 90s, and then I said, hey, let's make another one. He said, well, do you want to make it up in Cleveland, or do you want to come down here to Nashville and make it right?
Right.
Was the quote.
The first one we did was what year?
It was 96.
Finally Home.
And Finally Home was 2001.
We had some celebrities on that record.
Oh, yeah.
We had Joe Vitale,
Will
Owsley,
Will
Owsley,
Mark T. Jordan, David Santos.
Yeah.
Dave Santos.
Who else?
We had Dan Dugmore on
Dan
pedal
Dugmore,
steel.
that's right, yeah.
We had some dude on harmony vocals who did
Troy Johnson.
Yeah.
He's great. So anyway, fast forward, to 2023, and we got a whole nother, it's like a whole new 11, 12 songs?
Yeah, 12 songs on this one.
The one you guys heard in a previous homeschooling video was called Find Me.
Find Me. At the time, it didn't have a title.
Right.
And I'll just tell you a typical, sometimes what a producer, and Book certainly is famous with me for doing, is sometimes a song will be there, you know, the groove of the song, and it's all ready to go. Other times, you can take a complete Book turn on it, and you can hear, we'll give you an example, like where I had sort of it was like an upbeat train groove, you might call it, and then Tommy, it was like,
making a chart, charting
the thing out. And he goes, yeah, that's pretty cool, but you know, what if it did this complete 180 and to a different kind of thing? And he said, check this out. And I think he brought on a guitar and played us some Association or something, or a bird song or something.
Yeah.
Played something on the guitar.
Yeah.
And it said, you know, check this out. And so the song took a completely different feel.
What if we did it in this style?
Right. And the cool thing about that is that when the right producer has a big enough vocabulary of the way the arrangement could go, you could take a song that's pretty cool, but might be the first place a songwriter would go, like the most common, with the most cliche kind of grooves, and you know, very common, nothing unique about it. And a great producer can say, yeah, either that's good the way it is, and maybe we can give an example of one of those, or this needs to just take a complete turn, which this one did.
Yeah, and I suggest the idea, and at first, you know, any songwriter was kind of like, you want to do what? You want to do what with my song? And I said, no, trust me, man, this is going to be cool.
Let me tell you, he takes some left turns.
Yeah, and I threw out the idea, and I think you were the one. Like, I played it for everybody, and it was like crickets. And then I think you were like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's actually really cool.
Absolutely.
And then you heard him say that, and you were like, okay, it should be.
Oh, I'll play along.
Yeah, and then so play the original work tape.
All right,
this
so
is what Bobby originally came up with.
Okay.
All right, this was the demo that he sent to Rick.
Crank that up.
Crank it.
Thinking they know what to do. I want to be like you.
Yeah.
So little by little, everything changed.
Okay.
Not bad. It's pretty good.
Serious and all
So then I was like, we've done those kind of songs before with you, and you're a big train beat guy. You always default. You default to train beats, and so I just thought we should try something new. So you guys heard in the previous video, we were just working up the bird style version of it. And look, I have no trouble with a little plagiarism. I think I'm not up to stealing people's songs, but I think evoking the vibe of classic shit every once in a while is pretty cool. Like if you can do it tastefully, you know, because these are records that everybody loved. You don't it's not like you're stealing somebody's songs, but you're just evoking the vibe.
You know, do you remember a song from
that,
the Finally Home album called Long Gone, 1,200 albums ago for you.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. So maybe I do default to that,
Yeah.
but I remember Vitali said, now I don't know how you would describe that thing that he did for it, but completely changed the groove of the song. Right. And it was way cooler.
Way cooler.
It was way cooler and way newer.
Collaboration is the key to success, as we all know. So play on a bit of what ended up happening. This is like post all the overdubs and post what you guys actually saw in that one Homeskoolin video. Drumming by Sean Victor.
Guitars sound great.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, I love the stack.
Yeah,
and I think it's cool because it suits the sort of emotional impact that I get from it. It's like the sort of innocence in your voice. It's like you're not trying to oversing it. It's very sort of somber, longing. The music sort of matches the vibe. It sort of takes you back to that sort of peace movement, 60s vibe, you know.
And it's a good story too. It's a good story.
So how did when you first heard like the upbeat thing? What made you like? You got a big vocabulary song.
Dude, I mean, when the lyrics don't match the music from something, the lyrical sentiment doesn't match. It unless it's done intentionally, it bothers me.
So it was the lyrics that drew you to it?
I mean, it's like you're talking about a sort of reflective, somber thing, and then you got this.
Right, the bluegrass thing was kind of.
So then, there was, I appreciate when artists that I work with are willing to sort of be pliable. There's people I've worked with in the past that just absolutely get married to being a certain way, and they cannot do it any other way. They've written this song, they've got it in their minds. It's going to be this way, and it may not even be working, but you try to suggest some other chord or something, and they're just like,
Didn't you call that demoitis one time?
You know, and you know, everyone's different. Some people really have that. Some people don't. I've worked with plenty of artists that are just like, yeah, whatever makes a song better, let's do it.
Sure.
And you've always been good about that. You'll fight a little bit, but you sort of realize for the greater good. You know, if you got 4 people in the room telling you it's better this way, you kind of go with it. And
there have been times though that you take a left turn, and for the guy who's been writing it or coming up with one way, it's hard to immediately grasp that that's a better way to go.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
and who knows if it is or not? If you're just taking a chance. There was another tune you were talking about, maybe mentioning on this. What was it?
Oh, there's another song, sort of a barn burner kind of thing that I had that I intentionally put a whole lot of love riff at the top of it, just because I needed. I didn't have a riff in E, but I knew the tempo I wanted, and I kind of did that. So like that, the song's called "Hard to Be Human," and so the demo that I sent you to say, hey, how's this sound for a song, was largely untouched. I remember I specifically put in a bridge that had the bottom fall out of the dream sequence to break it up, and so like so the demo song sounds a lot like the finished record, except the finished record is a lot better. It's got a whole band, and all the times when it needs this or doesn't need that. Do you have the demo? So this is what I sent Tommy originally. So just give a check to the.
You know, I still haven't been paid for these sessions.
Okay. Sort of.
Sometimes when I wake up, I'm just doing my best to make up for whatever yesterday got me into. Spend half of the morning trying to fix the day before, and I'm half a day behind when I am through. Sometimes when I'm talking,
Gypsy jazz.
Okay.
Good.
Gypsy wanted to be Django.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's what, and then so then here's the full band. So it's the same kind of thing you can see. So, but way better. And the clap.
sometimes when I wake up, just doing my best to make up for whatever yesterday got me into. Spend half of the morning trying to fix the day before, and I'm half the day behind when I am through. Sometimes when I'm talking, my brain goes for a walk, and every word I need is a hill I have to climb. Everything I listed gets turned and untwisted, winds up
Sean
taking
Victor on
twice
Yeah, what do you remember about making that track? Let's see. It's one track of electric. It sounds like 10.
It does.
It's crazy.
Man, it's great.
Uh,
Once again, the guitars are.
I'm a real big fan of the mix. Like on that swirling thing, there's been a lot of songs that we've done through the years that you'd have a song that's rocking, and this some of the times that Tommy had to drag me through the yard for this because have what I would call a Bukovac bridge, and the bottom falls out. But it breaks the tension of the song and then can build back up. And I think that is a great example of that.
I think this was the first one we did, on the whole project, of this particular round.
Yes.
So I remember we built these backwards. Like, the first thing we did was play electric guitar to a click track.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Can you solo that? Do you have the tracks?
Mm-hmm.
Just so we can see what we started with. A click track, an electric, and you singing a scratch vocal. That's how we started. And then I or did I do acoustic first? I think I did acoustic
Probably
first.
I don't remember.
I think it was. I remember doing the acoustics out there, 2 tracks, and then we added the electric, and then I put the bass on.
It was a great bass, that thumpy bass. Did you use a pick on that?
I can't remember. We could listen to it.
So what do you want to hear?
Just do a bit of the acoustics and the electric, just solo.
Okay.
I think this is how we started, with a click track. And then we added the drums later.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
He did a great job on this.
Yeah.
I love the mix in that middle.
And then, what's his name? Jeremy Lister came in and did all those amazing backup vocals.
Killer vocals.
David Dorn came in and played the keys.
Keyboards, yeah.
And that creepy up and down thing in the verses was something that I had in my head that I suggested to him, and he ended up doubling it on Mellotron.
I loved it. Yeah,
It's,
that was really cool. Woo!
Yeah, that's like gypsy sirens in my mind.
I loved it.
Thank you, man.
I also want to point out the mix, Rick, what
Great
you
mix.
did in the middle of that thing with
good.
those swirling
flange. Yeah.
Sounds like a flock of birds taking off or
Ah.
something. I mean, it's crazy.
Flock of birds.
Not
Flock of seagulls. Yeah.
Get the
All right,
hair straight.
here comes the acoustics. Oh, there's the electric.
Here's some gypsy jazz.
Put Jeremy's vocals in, backing vocals. Acoustics sound really good. Remember the guitar? I don't remember what we used.
What's that?
What was the acoustic we used? It sounds damn good.
That's that. What's that?
That harmony I brought.
That harmony.
Yeah.
The one I allegedly scratched.
Yeah. He's a good singer, man.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like a keyboard playing.
Yeah.
It's on the money.
Great guy, too. That flangy, swirly stuff.
Yeah, man. Nice. Nice, man. It's amazing how when you start tearing tracks apart, you remember, well, yeah, I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
And you always get the greatest acoustic sounds. I don't
you.
know
That thing
what's
sounds
up
great.
with that, man.
Thank you, dude.
And it really drives it. I mean, it really drives it. You
yeah.
don't hear it so much on the finished mix. It sounds like it's all electric. But you can
Yeah,
pick it out.
It's got a bit of. I try to play it in a way that's got that bit of that sort of like big band.
like a swing band
Yeah,
kind
swing
of.
band kind
Yeah.
of vibe. Yeah.
I noticed,
Yeah.
Really cool, man.
There were no minor sixths in there though. You resisted the
Right,
temptation to.
because that comes later. You know, that's where all the color instruments come. You put too much shit in the foundation that you can't get away from it.
Oh, really?
You can always add that with other
So
things.
basic chords a lot of times in the.
I think so.
Right.
Are you hearing this stuff? This is good. This is real stuff here.
Solo up the drums real quick. That's your
Yeah.
Sean.
Sean,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Sean.
We love Sean. Sean Fichter.
Sean Fichter, Cleveland guy, Canton,
Can't know how. Yeah,
Friend.
Maslin actually.
Maslin.
I think
So Joe Vitale and Sean Fichter within 10 miles of each other.
Yep.
Some in the water down there.
Yeah, man.
And
Coming in like he owns the place. Yeah. Put that bass with it.
I did.
that bass is one of my favorite parts of the track.
Pick.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Yeah. You get lucky a lot. That doesn't sound like a big
We
sound,
did
huh?
2 signals.
2 signals. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Crunch one up.
Right. Crunch
right.
right up.
Yeah.
One through the pedal board,
That's
you
right.
crunched it up, and
That's
then
right.
we had one going through the amp.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad we did that. It sounds good.
Yeah, man.
The snare sounds great too.
Yeah, man. Solid. Yeah. Good. Killer, man. Okay, well then there's if you like this shit, there's 9 other songs, right?
Yeah.
On the album.
12 songs altogether.
12 songs.
Of which Tommy had Rick both have writing credits on a lot of them because you saved the day on a couple. Vitale saved the day on one of them.
You did?
I think, and you can check. We'd love you to come check it out. You want to hear some more of this stuff? BobGatewood.com is the website. We'd love to have you come by and check it out.
Oh.
Long crescendo. You know, I didn't mind. I mean, I think I was feeling that diminished run up when I was writing it. Think about diminished. Think about high as you want to go. It's great.
Yeah, and thanks to Rick's wife Stacy for bringing us some food down during these sessions.
She's awesome.
We wouldn't have anything to eat if it wasn't for her on these. And
Studio matriarch.
yeah. Anything else anybody wants to say?
Well,
Oh man, that was
I
great.
just want to say
I mean-
that I love working with you guys, and I hope we're able to do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
That's great.
It's great. Good
Love
shit.
the show. Love you, Tommy.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace out, homeschoolers.